Hello guys, the DB Grinder here, back at it again with another video, and this time we have T-Rad with 370 rating versus Drizm with 100 rating, and let's go ahead and hop right in. So we're going to go ahead and we are going to see Drizm win the rock, paper, scissors, shoot, and then they're going to go first, 42 versus 40, opening hands. We got Naturia, Kamala. Oh, okay, so this isn't even post Dabble, this is post YCS Pasadena format. These are the cards that everyone keeps telling you to be afraid of, and then not the Cheerios, and then the Cheerios, Sacred Tree, Kamala, and then Midoriya, and there's also Kaleido. I guess we can read over the Izukus. So we got Kaleido, the possessed statue. This card says you can discard one other Earth fairy monster, special summon this card from your hand, then add one exchange of the spirit or one card that mentions it from the deck to the hand. Quick effect, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard, target up to 5 cards in either graveyard, shuffle into the deck. But if the exchange of the spirit is not there or in your graveyard at the activation, you can only target up to 3. So that's pretty good. You can start seeing how like shuffling back 3 is huge. And then we have Midoriya. This says you can discard one other Earth fairy monster, special summon this card from your hand, then you can place one Gravekeeper's Trap from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. Quick effect, you can banish card from the field or graveyard, target up to 5 cards in the graveyard, shuffle them back. If exchange of the spirit is in there, you can only do 3. And then the opponent has Tearlament, Scream, Rhino, Miri, Midoriya, and Shaylin. And then they're going to go ahead and go Shaylin effect. I've also seen that a lot of people have wanted to see these Izuku cards recently. Like when you're like a content creator, YouTube like tells you what people are searching for that are your subscribers. This is like really high up there. So they're going to go ahead and go Shaylin, discards, summon, mill 3. Then they mill Kaleido, Solik, Miri there. They're going to go Solik 1, Rhino 2. Okay, doesn't use Miri, discard Scream. And then we're going to go search Hephaestus, new chain link, Rhino, and Scream. So we're going to go search a Tearlament trap. So go search Solik, and then dump Hephaestus, and then activate the Hephaestus effect diffusion. So put back Hephaestus, Miri, bring out Kikalos effect now. So that's going to go search for Tearlament Scream, and then overlay, make Abyss Dweller, activate Scream, activate Kit, effect, target itself, tag out in the Miri, and then effects are going to activate, so mill 11, feels nice. We'll go ahead and go over the mills after they mill them all. Okay, so we got a YuGiOh. We can go over this one. This is the elephant. And then it says, if a card or cards is sent from the hand and or deck to the opponent's graveyard except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand and then special summon one level 4 Earth Fairy monster from your graveyard except for the elephant. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can send the top 5 cards of each player's deck to the graveyard. Then, if Exchange of the Spirit is in your graveyard, you can send the top 5 cards of either player's deck to the graveyard. You can only use each effect of this once per turn. You're going to start seeing, like, this is our first time going over these on the channel. These cards are kind of nice. Then we got this. We got the Ancient Vanguard, the Kelbeck. If this card is sent from the hand if a card is sent from the hand and our deck to the opponent's graveyard, except during a damage step, you can target one of the opponent's special summon monsters, special summon this card from your hand, then return the targeted monster to the hand. If this card is sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, send the top 5 cards to the deck. Then if exchange of spirits in the graveyard, you can set one trap from your graveyard. And then, yeah, that's it for like new stuff. I guess there's this, but we already went over that on the channel. The Bisted monsters too, like this stuff's cool. So now we're going to go Shaylin 1, Kelbeck 2, Igo 3, Dweller 4, just that way. Already Shaylin, right? No. Yeah, we only fused once in this Hephaestus. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to mill. We have Hephaestus, Shaylin, Rhino, Midoriya, Rhino, Kaleido, Miri. And the thing is, you don't even really need the Dweller. Like, it's kind of there to, like, stop Solik, stop Scream, because if they hit tiers, you have quick effect shuffles, so, like, you can interrupt all their tiers. But let's go ahead and just make our opponent mill 10 while we have them under Abyss Dweller. Remember, if you're playing, there's a lot of decks that, like, milling 10 cards of their deck is like crucial. Like that would hurt a lot, like a lot. But yeah, none of these are gonna do anything right here. We can see that they're playing the Vernoselfs. I don't really know how to say these cards' names, but I've been keeping up with these cards, so I actually know what this deck is, like the Naturia, Vern. It doesn't seem like they're playing any of the tiers though, which you don't really need. Pretty sure that just the Ijuku, Naturia, Verns topped. They actually won an OCG event not long ago. I was looking at it, but it didn't seem better than like the tier decks. Bring out Lulu, and then Miri Effective Fuse. So put back Miri, put back Kofinas, and then that's going to bring out Garua, which they also don't even have an OCG. And an OCG they have Max C. This is a TCG exclusive card. Then we're going to use those, make Elf, Garua draw. So Garua will draw into the Elephant. And then activate, banish, put back. So they're going to put back one of their cards and two of theirs. And then set Solic Pass. You may think like, okay, this isn't that good of an end board. You know, our tier decks right now end on a better end board than this. Like this isn't actually that crazy. Like it's not bad, but it's not that crazy. It's just like we have 15 cards in deck. We have how many tiers? 6 tiers in those 15 cards. There's a mill 3 setup, makes the opponent's monsters lose attack. We did play in the Super Poly. That is definitely something that could happen. Like, it might, like, it's scary because, like, if you summon Lulu to play around Nib, and then you summon Dweller, right? And then you can get hit with Super Poly. So, you kind of have to, like, pick your poison sometimes. Or just playing a Super Poly. A lot of people have been cutting that card, too, because they don't think it's good. But if people continue to play into it, then, like, you know, Super Poly may be justifiable. We draw an Naturia Vayne. This card says when your opponent activates a spell or trap card, you contribute one Naturia monster, and this card negate the activation if you do destroy that card, not once per turn. That can come up with Kami. Activate, detach, and then they're going to go main phase, normal summon Kami, Kami effect, and then they're going to chain Hafinas. So summon, mill 3. And then that will hit nothing off of that. Also, you're going to see a lot of people play Orange Light because Orange Light works with these as, like, their fairies. And then, you know, imagine you have, like, you know, Orange Light plus, where is it? Like, Orange Light plus, like, this. Or not, no, not that. This guy. Yeah, this guy. The mill 5. Like, imagine. Like, that's crazy. But they're going to dump. And then they're going to go ahead and the opponent will use the Medora. Oh, so we're going to get this effect to special summon because they summoned out the Hafinas. And then they're going to activate that effect. So they're going to banish, put back the Shaylin, the 2 Mole Rats. It doesn't seem like we're activating the Tearlament Scream or anything. So they went ahead, put back the Mole Rats, and now this has nothing to summon out from the graveyard. And then effect, discards, well, this effect, discard special, and then, oh, they actually, okay, so they actually play the Gravekeeper's Trap. And it's funny because its name is like actually just Gravekeeper's Trap. And then this card says, while Exchange of the Spirit is in your graveyard, your opponent cannot activate any cards or effects in the graveyard, special summon monsters from the graveyard. You can only use each of the following effects of Gravekeeper's Trap once per turn. During the main phase, you can discard 1 card, add 1 Gravekeeper monster or 1 Earth Fairy monster from the deck to the hand. During your opponent's draw phase, before they draw, if this card is already face up on the field, declare 1 card name, look at your opponent's draws for their normal draw, and if it's the declared card, send it to the graveyard. And then they're going to go battle phase, attack, and that effect can actually come up, because, like, in tier, you can technically know an opponent's top deck when you get into, like, a weird game state, because if they tier put back tiers, like, then you would know, like, they use, like, 2 tier effects, right, and they make 2 tier fusions. You would know the bottom cards of their deck because you know that it's tiers. So, like, technically you could use the other effect of this, like, efficiently. Beat over. I don't think there's any other way to, like, you know, choose the opponent's top deck or anything. Oh, we probably gotta go over the Naturia stuff. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, if this card is normal summon or special summon, you can send one Naturia card from the deck to the graveyard. This can also send Naturia's Sacred Tree to search. That's what they usually do. If you attribute a monsters to activate a Naturia monster effect, you can send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard instead. If your opponent normal summons or special summons a monster, special one Naturia from the graveyard, you can only use each of the following effects of Naturia Camelot once per turn. So, the tribute to do that instead, it's like pretty nice. It's not the greatest, but it's definitely an effect. And then, I guess the Mole Rat's gone. Mole Rat's pretty good too. You can dump Sacred Tree off this, and that's going to go ahead search an Naturia card. That'll search the spell. And the spell says activate one of these effects, special summon a Naturia monster from your hand or grave. And then there's also another effect. Immediately after this effect resolves, synchro summon monsters you control, including a Naturia monster. There's another effect where you can fusion summon from your extra deck using monsters you control, at least one Naturia. So now they are going to try to pass. They're going to activate the effect to put back Kaleido, and then their Elf and their Rhino. And then shuffle. Okay. Also, I just thought about it. They didn't have to let Elf get beat over. They just didn't want to use Tearlament Scream. Because if they wanted to use Tearlament Scream, they could have made these go down by 500 attack. Don't draw because the effect of trap. Yep. Just in case we make it there. Still end phase. Activate Solic. Target to negate. So that way they can try to send Venus, but they're going to chain the effect. Tag out to hit the graveyard. So hit their Madoral, their Kaleido, and then that. The Shangri-La off of BO1. And then draw phase, call Rhino, but it's not Rhino. So then that'll be their draw for turn. I guess like you still just like get to see their top deck, right? And like that's pretty cool. So it's like even if you miss it, you're at least getting some information out of this card. That's not the main effect of it either. Solic, target, and then they're gonna get a Venus effect. It's just game. Yeah. So they're gonna put back. I guess like it could have set this, but it's not going to do anything. That's the problem. Like, there's no way you're going to do enough to beat the tiers. So they're going to go Kit 1, Trap 2, Send for cost. Then sure, so they're going to go search out the Ancient Vanguard. See, this says during the main phase, not during your main phase. Okay, I actually didn't know that. I haven't played very much with the with these cards yet. I've played with the Naturias and stuff, and I've seen a decent amount of gameplay with these cards, but I haven't tested it just because it's like, it won't be there until like 2 events from now, so I didn't want to focus on it too much. But I was told that at YCS Pasadena, if you want to do well at that event, you need to start learning what these cards do today. I was told that a week ago, so you probably might want to learn these cards quick. I've seen a lot of people talking about how like hard it is to play the mirror match, and it makes sense. Like, I don't want to like explain it all, but it really does. Like, the mirror match does not seem very easy at all. Then they're gonna get Sacred Tree, go search. So are they just playing the duck? I would say, and this isn't even a Cheerio. Yeah, they're gonna go search Mole Rat. But now we can go over what Mole Rat does. So this is like the good one. During the main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card for cost. Special summon one Naturia monster from your deck. Or if your opponent controls a monster with the highest attack on the field, even if tied, you can special summon 2 Naturias instead. If your opponent special summons a monster from the extra deck, or if you summon a Naturia monster from your extra deck, while it's in the graveyard, you can special summon this card. And then normal Rhino effect. Rhino's going to go dump Miri, and then we're going to use... Okay, so after that resolves, because they were trying to use Kit Callus effect, after that resolves, we're going to activate Kelbeck, target Kit, put it back, and summon, because we can go ahead and put back a monster that was special summoned. Yep, and then they're trying to activate Scream on the summon of Kelbeck. A little misclick there. Yeah, and then they mill Miri, Shaylin, Hafinas. Nice. Activate the Miri effect. and then activate the Shaylin effects. So put back Shaylin, put back Kofinas. You know, we could have stopped this if we wanted to because we have Lulu, but there's just no need. Like, the tier engine itself is so strong, especially when you're set up and once you lose a lot of cards in your deck, you start getting a lot more value out of your cards a lot more often. Kaleido effect, spin back, and then we're gonna activate, discard, special summon. Doesn't look like they're trying to bring out the trap or anything. So just beat over. GG, no side question mark. I have a side, do you? Yep. Okay, cool. So going on to the next game, with side deck, we're going to see TT Rad go first. Opening hands, we have Exchange of the Spirit, Bish Driedworm, Naturia, Spring Breeze, Midoriya, and then there's just no way these cards are real, right? Alright, we got Happy Mom Duck with a lot of other baby ducks. And then Rhino. There's no way these names are real, right? Like, how am I supposed to say this? Kishatrila, Fenrir. That's how you say that. I've heard someone else say that. Fenrir, Hafinas, Fenrir, Imperm. I'm correct. I'm just simply the best. I don't know. Effect, discard, and then special summon. Go ahead and bring out Gravekeeper's Trap from deck. And then we're just gonna set. This doesn't do anything. We're gonna set, pass, draw phase, call evenly. It's orange light, and if they call it right, it just gets discarded. Yeah, imagine though, if they call it right. Imperm on this, stop it from being able to affect the graveyard, and then special summon. Normal Rhino effect. Dump Hafinas effect, Chainlink 1, Driedworm, Chainlink 2. That's going to go through. Then battle phase. They're going to attack and then activate the effect to banish. They just banished Driedworm. Would you just hit this? And during the main phase, couldn't you have used this to go search and just discard Exchange of the Spirit? Because, like, you want this engrave anyways? Right? This doesn't have to banish, this is going to banish any face-up card. Alright, then attack. Main phase 2, trap effect, discard, go search. And then... Oh, remember how I said this wasn't, like, that good? It actually seems pretty good because we would have Exchange of the Trap or Exchange of the Spirit Engraver for Gravekeeper's Trap, and it says your opponent cannot activate card effects in the grave or special and monsters from the grave. So, like, why didn't we just play that differently? Why did we even Driedworm our opponent? Why didn't we just go, oh, Rhino Chainlink 1, Gravekeeper's Trap Chainlink 2, discard for cost, go search, and now that we have this in graveyard, you can't even activate Hafinas effects, so then we get to keep Driedworm. Because we know that you have Fenrir on board. So, yeah, you could hold Fenrir for your turn, try to get more value out of it. But I guess the thing is, like, they're going to banish this. And, like, that's a problem. Yeah. Okay, that's fair. I guess, like, we are where we're at now, and it's pretty good. Because now our opponent has no graveyard. But they can also use this to out this anyways. Then we draw a bunch of ducks. We're going to go Gravekeeper's Trap, discard, go search. Oh, wait. Okay, so that's going to go search Kaleido. Then we're going to get that effect to mill 5. Okay. So mill 5. Also, last time I said this didn't have the effect to mill 5. Because it's definitely this, it's that, and that. These have the effects to mill 5. Because this is the one that shuffles. Yeah, the other one is the one that shuffles too. Okay. I've gotta get used to, like, their pictures too. But they're gonna go ahead and mill. We hit a mole, which is good. Like, we have the spell that can summon back out mole. And then they have to mill 5, and then new chain link. We're gonna get a Gato. They can't activate it. They can't use any of that. Yeah, can't use any effects in graveyard. They just submit defeat. No, should have let him play. You could just out it with the Fenrir. Rip. Yeah, big rip. Alright, on to the next game though. We're going to go ahead and we are going to see the non-Naturia deck go first. Opening hands, we have Sacred Tree, Cosmic, Magma, Spring Breeze, and a YuGiOh. They have Rhino, Solic, Orange Light, Solic, Shaylin. Also, I've seen like most of the games I've seen have just had like Orange Light be completely dead every time. The card is either completely dead or it's like I think I've only seen Orange Light with the Mill 5s. I'm not even gonna lie. The Mill 5 with Orange Light is just so broken. But like when you don't have anything else with it, it's obviously just like not even a hand trap at that point. Shaylin effect, discard special, Mill 3, and then new chain link, we're gonna get Rhino effect, Chain Magma Mutt. Yeah, I'm about to say, we're gonna just Magma Mutt Hafina's here because we can't hit Rhino. We've gone over that a lot these last 2 weeks. Same with like Lulu, both are water. So bring out Rhino, and then discard Solic, new chain link, Rhino 1, Solic 2. So Solic goes search. And then that's going to grab Miru, dump Hafina's effect chainlink 1, Magma Mutt 2, banish that summon, effect on summon. And also when your opponents don't have like that great of hands, the Beast monsters are just nice because they're interruptions, they're big bodies, and they're all going to do something else. They're going to overlay, make Redoer effect, and then, yeah, so this isn't going to help us out here. They're going to get Shaylin effect diffuse, and then this is going to be able to make us to Kikalos, and then Kikalos effect. This card's broken, and it's level 5. What? Who thought to make this card level 5 so that way we can instant fusion it out? Activate Scream, Kikalos effect, target, and then summon out Miru, and then let's go Mill 11. And then we're gonna hit everything, right? We get Miru, Mud, Hafina's, Orange Light, Keldo. I don't know. For some reason that reminded me of SpongeBob for a second. I'm not sure though. Hafina's, Imperm, Rhino, Kelbeck, Imperm. Then new chain link. We're gonna go ahead and go Miri effect. Shuffle itself and shuffle back Kikalos, bring out Lulu, and then normal summon Orange Light, use those, make Elf, set Solic, then we're going to activate, banish, shuffle back, alright, then we could Elf put a body on board, just bring out Orange Light. But end phase, get back Redoer, pass, draw Kelbeck, standby phase, Redoer effect, equip Duck. So stop, Magma Mutt search. Oh yeah. Return draw on top. Yep. Okay. Yep. I forgot about that. I was like so focused on what the opponent was doing, so like I think. Like, they used Keldo at end phase because they had another one. So then you're able to put back your tiers so that way your mills next turn are better. And then you still have one in graveyard to interrupt the opponent. So then they're going to, add Dried Worm at end phase, which is a huge difference. Like, shout out to the opponent for, like, not, for reminding them about that. Because otherwise it would have been a completely different game. They're going to equip Kelbeck, then go main phase, activate Mud, and then discard for cost. They're going to chain Elf on Miri, chain Dried Worm, target Miri, chain Lulu, that resolves. Okay, so now Lulu's going to send itself. Wait, we're going to chain... What? Okay, so the chain link was... Chainlink 1 Mud, Chainlink 2 Elf, target Miri, Chainlink 3 Dried Worm, Chainlink 4 Lulu, and now they want to chain Cosmic in response to Lulu to hit the Solic? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying in response to the Graveyard effect? Why you got your keep going thing, bro? It's your turn. I hate the keep going thing so much. But we're going to get this effect now to mill. And they're going to get Lulu, Miri, and Scream. There we go. I finally took it off. Now, mill 11. So, wait, did they not mill? Oh, wait, it's not 11. What am I talking about? It's mill 6. Yeah, okay. And then they get the mill. Oh, but then they have to mill 5 more. Yeah, so it is 11. Okay. And then new chain link. They're thinking if they want to use anything, they're going to go Shaylin 1, Calback 2, Mud 3. And this is where the game gets interesting, right? Because now we have to use our interruptions to shuffle back correctly. So we're going to banish to put back the 2 Shaylins and the Herald of Orange Light. And then both players mill 5. And now new chain link. They're going to be able to crime, add back Hafenus. We're going to get, because it was banished off of a Bisted monster, we're going to get Solic Search, Hafenus. And then they also milled a bunch of Naturias. So new chain links, Hafenus, Solic, crime, add back Hafenus, go search from deck, grab Shaylin, and then we're going to put back Hafenus, bring out Kikalos effect, and then they're going to chain Morak because they summon from extract, chain Mud to interrupt the graveyard for 3. It's going to target the 2 Naturias. Okay, there's only 2 Naturias. The 2 Naturias in graveyard, and then the Mud, and then they're going to chain to special. They're going to chain Kaleido to now put back the 2 Naturias and Solic. And then, okay, now they're going to get Kit to dump Miri effect, Diffuse, bring out Dragos to Palia, and then they're going to get rid of those, go for Asa, and then Asa effect, take the Kaleido. Actually, said Midoriya, actually thought Kaleido had more attack. Okay, so yeah, go ahead, take that. And then go battle phase, beat over, and then we're gonna Asa crash, Asa effect to go search. I just don't see what we can do at this point. Maybe I'm just missing it. Normal, and then effect tribute, go special out 2. Bring out Cam and Sunfire. This says whenever your opponent activates a monster effect, you contribute a Naturia this card, negate the activation. If you do, destroy it. And then we're going to activate to try to dump Chain Dragos to Paley on it. Chain this, mill 2, negate, destroy that. And then they don't have to tribute because you have this face up. And then they're going to go dump Sacred Tree effect. And then that's going to grab the Spring Breeze. Then set the trap, set the spell, end phase, activate Redoer effect, tag out, and then it's going to come back. So I guess we just wanted this off of our Redoer. Doesn't even make sense. What? Alright, they draw Fenrir. So if you read over this, it says if you attribute a monster or monsters to activate a Naturia monster effect, you send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard instead. This effect doesn't activate. You can tell that because it doesn't have the 2 little dots for the smiley face on it. So you could have activated this to negate and destroy. And then they're going to go draw phase, standby phase, redoer effect. They're going to take the Naturia Vein, switch to attack, go battle phase. Then in main phase, banish to start affecting graveyards. So put back. They're just going to let it go through. They could have chained to hit the grave. Then activate Spring Breeze. Yeah, they could have activated it, right? They don't have that many Cheerios. But I guess they could start stopping it with this. So bring out Mole Rat. Mole Rat effect, tribute, shuffle back a breeze. Oh, they targeted one of their own Spring Breezes. And then Mole Rat, summon out Stink Bug and Camelot. So Stink Bug says when a Naturia monster you control is targeted for attack, you can send you can send this card from field to graveyard, negate the attack, then end the battle phase. And then Camelot is the one that's gonna go ahead and allow us to Foolish. So that's gonna go Foolish to Sacred Tree, and then Sacred Tree grab Spring Breeze. And then they're gonna go Tearlament Scream to mill 3 on that summon. So it'd be Tree Chainlink 1 or Solic Chainlink 1, Tree Chainlink 2. So then Solic's gonna go ahead and grab Miri, and then normal Miri effect to mill, and then hit Shaylin, Scream, Shaylin. And then Shaylin effect, Sunflower effect to negate it. And then activate Mud effect, Banish to put back Kaleido, Elf, Dragostapelia, Chain to negate it. Am I dumb? You can only use each effect. Because, I heard somebody else say this too, that you can't keep using these. But if this card's normal summon, or special summon, you can summon one Naturia monster from the deck to the graveyard. If you attribute a Naturia monster to activate a Naturia monster effect, you summon the top 2 cards of your graveyard deck instead. And it says if your opponent would normal summon a special summon monster, you special summon one Naturia from the graveyard. You can only use each effect of this once per turn. Oh, use? So you can't, say not activate, but you can't use the effects more than once? Okay. And then they're turning 2 Darks in the Asa. Put Pega, no Urs. Yeah. So, Link off in the Sprined. Sprined effect Chainlink 1, effect Chainlink 2 to try to summon back out Sunflower from grave. Then they're going to dump Miri. Then they're going to go Miri 1, Sprine 2 to attach from Redoer for cost, target Sunflower to try to bounce. And then they're going to chain Banish to interrupt the graveyard, targeting Miri, Camelot, and Vayne. And then that's going to get bounced by the Sprined. Shaylin effect, summon out Shaylin by discarding Hafenus, milling 3, and then activate Hafenus effect, Chainlink 1, and then Chainlink 2. Okay, that's going to go through, so put those back, and then that's going to go ahead, bring out Kaleido, activate the Kaleido effect, put back Stink Bug. And then they're going to go battle phase now. Activate Sacred Tree, tribute that off, and then try to special. They're going to chain Lulu to stop that. Lulu effect, bring itself back, because that was the first time this Lulu left the field. Already used that, didn't you? Is that the first time? Because, they cosmicked Solic in response to Lulu. Yeah, so they already used Lulu to bring back. Yeah, Lulu's definitely been used. Haven't it, because Sunflower was on field. The special back effect? Am I dumb? I feel like... the effect to negate, a monster special summon, I don't think they've used that yet. That's not, I don't think. I know they haven't used that yet, but I thought the special summon back effect they used. Because if you read over it, it says, if this fusion summon card is sent to your graveyard by card effect, you can special summon it back. So, if you send it for its own effect and summon it back, it's now just a special summon monster, not a fusion monster. But they're going to get their Sacred Tree effect when it's negated and destroyed. So, go search, grab Stink Bug. But it doesn't matter. Yeah, cause it's gonna get beat over. Attack. GG. Fenrir is good. Sure. You said, can I see your list? Sure, let me get it. Wow, how nice. Nice people. Nice people. Seeing how long the match was, it was about an hour long. It was kind of expected. These decks are also like not out yet, so a lot of people probably still have to like learn them. You know, you look at the opening hand, it's probably gonna take us a little bit longer to know exactly what to do and find the route than like if an OCG player, somebody that's been playing with the deck, would play it. Just because they've had the cards for a while now, and we don't even get these cards until like 3 weeks from now. But yeah, it's cool to show them off. Maybe this will give you guys some ideas. The Naturia stuff is obviously just like kind of a joke. Like it's not that great when you compare it to like tier and what the tier player was doing and how like well they're able to like like this deck can manage its resources better than it should be able to. Like the deck actually has an infinite engine, which is crazy. Like tiers, like you can use them forever. And then once you get all the other cards out of your deck, like the Imperms, the Orange Lights, the Fenrirs, you just got Engine left in there. Oh, that's when every mill is a crazy mill. Imagine like the Paleo tier deck, how every mill is a good mill, but instead of setting purple cards, you're comboing. And with all that being said, the DB Grinder signing off. Peace. Have a nice day. Stay safe.